What a place. It looks gorgeous.
I think it's lovely.
Yeah. So now this is, I'm thinking 2011, you formed the committee.
But I'd started asking before 2011. But anyway, the committee was formed in 2011.
Would you have guessed then that it would take 11 years before you'd sort of get to this point where...
Yeah.
But it must feel obviously wonderful, but it must also feel like that took a little bit longer.
No, it's okay. I mean, you have a lot of setbacks with different things in life, you know what I mean? So yeah, we had quite a few setbacks over the years, you know.
Now, that idea, there's people who would have been on board right from the start. I'm guessing this was just a very positive response, or were you kind of surprised by, when it came to like Paddys Day Parade, suddenly just how many people felt the same way as you?
Yeah, and the Paddys Day Parade really, you know, put it into people's minds, the awareness of that we definitely needed a dog park. It was, you know, we shouldn't be driving to Shangana and Marley. We needed one locally, and that was it.
What year? That was like 40 dogs.
That was,
year was that, you know?
2014.
Right. So when it came to the nitty gritty of you know, meeting with Wicklow County Council, with meeting presentations and all that,
we did 3 presentations, I think, over those years.
Was there any point that you just felt it wasn't going to happen? Because it seems like a long time in my mind, but you're aware these things do take time.
I was definitely absolutely sure we were going to get it at some point, and even all the no's and all the setbacks, I just felt, no, you just have to keep at it and at it in order to get it, and eventually it does happen.
So back in late 2020, it felt like we were getting it, because down at the marina, lo and behold, the much promised dog park opened.
Yeah.
That kind of disappointment, and also sort of comedy really, when you consider the reaction by Wicklow County Council and others about the park, pretty much telling us that no, we're wrong, it is a great park and it will suffice. Were you kind of shocked by the state of that?
I was. It needed a whole lot of alterations all the time, and we wrote to Glenveigh and we gave them all the information of, you know, what needed to be improved, and to the council as well. So when that happened, it was very disappointing, because you can't have, you know, like rocks in a park where the dew claws come off and stuff, and that has to be simple and flat and all the rest. So here we are, we've arrived.
Now we should say it's down by Shoreline, the Shoreline by Go Gym and all that. It's a lovely big stretch, loosely based on that wonderful Arklow Park, which we did a piece on.
Yes.
When it came to this design, I mean, were you kind of involved with the selection of the site, with what it would actually entail?
Well, I had walked to different sites with them in the summer, and this one was decided upon, so that's fine. That's grand.
And it is sort of what you had in mind, I would imagine, when you first set out on this mission?
It is, and you know, if different things need to be addressed further down the road, like maybe a section for little dogs, because the little one in Arklow isn't used very much, the little dog park.
Right.
But we have a lot of little dogs in Greystones, so maybe we need to look at that further down the road. Okay. But this is great. This is great.
And do we know I'll put it in, but do we know the opening hours? Like, how will this operate? Because it will be, I guess,
I would presume it's there, the same as the opening hours for here, for this building here.
Okay, and this building
is have the keys then.
Ah, okay. And what is that building? Is that just
a Shoreline building?
Okay, so they've got staff who will look after us, and
they've got the
track down there and all that.
And everything.
So I don't know whether you could be, you know, still have to be cautious, but you must be quite happy that this is pretty much what should have happened years ago.
I am really happy. Paul. You know, even if we have to do some alterations, I think there is a plan to put some benches in at some point. Okay, so.
And I know you were trying to get a statue of your son Stephen to be put up as well.
Hardly.
But there are people we should say a big thank you to. I mean, there's people who've been with you from the start on this.
Yeah, absolutely. And Stephen was great. I mean, he put in the motions originally with the council and stuff like that, so that was great. And then the committee and myself, we did about 3 different presentations to the council over the years. Wrote endless letters to Wicklow County Council back and forth and all of that. You know, and it just went on and on. But it's great. We just kept at it.
Well, I would say well done. I know it's been a long road, but you stuck to it, and you kind of, as I said, you never give up on the idea.
No,
so
you shouldn't give up. You should keep at it.
I sort of feel we should do this interview in sign language now that the wind is all the storm's supposed to be gone, and suddenly we've got an extra storm happening.
An extra wind. Anyway.
But well done, kiddo.
Thanks, Paul. You're very